this video, we're going to explore yet another quantum leap feature of Infinitone 2, and that is the morph feature. This allows you to morph from chord to chord or scale to scale. So instead of going in discrete steps, you can actually slide in between two chords or more. And for this video, I will use just this preset here, Progressions Interdimensional Vistas. It's called Interdimensional Vistas. And you can see here in the scale section, there are 5 chords. And each of these 5 chords can be triggered down here on the keyboard with the key triggers 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And all of the chord tones are mapped out on the white keys here from C all the way up to D, or you can play them all at once with this A key. The morph parameter is actually controlled here in this morph tab. And the first parameter is the time. Here it's set to 0.81 seconds. So what's going to happen is I'm going to play all of those white keys and I'm going to sustain them, in this case with the sustain pedal, and then I will change the chord in real time just using one finger with the key trigger. If I move this slider all the way to the left, I have 0 seconds, so they will jump in discrete steps. If I move this further to the right, I can make it go longer. So in this case, it'll be about 3 seconds, and I'm going to change the synth preset just for fun, and it will sound like this. This can go all the way up to 8 seconds. Let's see how that sounds like. Along with being able to time the slide or the glide with seconds, there's also a sync section. And this will sync to the tempo of your DAW in these particular ratios. The next section here is the morph curve section. This describes how the travel time will be between point A and point B. So this line here, there's no acceleration or deceleration. It just goes at the same rate. This one, it sort of curves up like this. This one curves like this. And this one, there's a sharp transition in the middle with more slower transitions at the beginning and the end. So I'm going to set this for, let's see, 1.5 seconds and go to the Night Swim preset. Turn down the reverb a little bit on this, and I will show you what each of these morph curves sound like. The next feature here in the automatic morph section is the glide while silent. What this does is it allows the glide to continue to happen even if you lift all your fingers off the keys and there's no notes playing. So you can see that effect if I just press the key triggers alone. You see it slide. And what that allows you to do is you can play a continual rhythmic pattern, and you'll hit all of these little points in between the origin and destination. So I'm going to put this on Galactic Wah. And in this case, I'm going to play the chord using this one finger key trigger. And I'm going to play this rhythmic pattern and then change the chord in real time as I'm playing it. And you'll hear I'm going to get all the discrete steps in between point A and point B as I play. And let's put this on 1 second here. Now, if I have this off, the opposite will happen. And what this allows me to do is allows me to mix up the discrete steps along with the glides. So if I hold this down, it will morph. But if I lift up my finger, it will go in discrete steps. So you can actually create musical phrases that mix both gliding and discrete steps. So let's put it a little faster here. And I'll play this phrase. So that covers everything for now for the automatic morph section. In this interpolation feature we'll cover in the next video. Now let's go on to the manual morph section. So the automatic section allows you to get from point A to point B in a controlled, predictable manner. This allows you to get from point A to point B however that you want. So there's a slider. You can slide from left to right. And you just choose the origin. Let's choose chord 1 and the destination, chord number 2, and just move this along and it will slide. And I'll put this back on the luminous threads preset, and will sound like this, going from chord 1 to chord 2 in my own time. So in this case, you're going back and forth between just 2 chords, not the whole chord progression. But you can actually make a chord progression by changing the opposite chord that you're on. So if I'm going from point A to point B, I can actually change what's on the A side by the drop-down menu or these arrows here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play those chords, and then when I'm at point B, I'm going to switch the chord here so I can actually create a chord progression with 3 chords. Now, there are infinitudes of possibility using the manual and the automatic, or a combination of both when you're creating your tracks. So have fun with this and don't be afraid to experiment and explore. It should be noted that if I go back to this scale section here, when the manual morph is on, you'll see that it says manual morph is on. It doesn't allow me to select any other scales. That's because it's locked into whatever is here in point A or point B. And the reason for that is it's actually generating a completely new tuning table or a new chord or new scale in between. So I can actually stop here in between and play something right in the middle. So you might find sometimes that actually you like a chord or a scale that's right in between 2, and you can just play that as well. So that's fun to experiment with. In the next video, we'll get to some more advanced features of the morph section and explore some different kinds of presets and different ways the morph parameters can be applied.